Welcome back to RF Coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most underappreciated yet surprisingly valuable coins in modern U.S. history, the 1979 Lincoln cent. Yes, that brown copper coin you might have lying around in your change jar could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and I'm about to tell you how and why. So don't blink, because this is the kind of coin video that could change the way you look at pocket change forever. Let's get started. Let's rewind to 1979. A year of change in American culture, economics, and coinage. The Lincoln cent, featuring President Abraham Lincoln, had already been in circulation for 70 years, since its original debut in 1909. By 1979, it had gone through several small design tweaks, but still featured the wheat reverse until 1958, and then the Lincoln Memorial reverse from 1959 onward. But the Denver Mint struck something in 1979 that collectors are still talking about today, and it's the 1979 Lincoln penny that hides immense value in plain sight. Now, you're probably asking, what makes this common-looking penny worth a fortune? There are three key factors that turn this everyday cent into a small gold mine: mint errors, high-grade condition, collector demand. Let's break these down. Some 1979 Lincoln cents have left the Denver Mint with rare and dramatic mint errors. These errors significantly boost the value of these coins on the market. Some coins show the design shifted to one side, with 10% to 50% of the image missing. These off-center errors can sell for $50 to $300 or more depending on the severity. Clipped planchet coins missing a small curved edge from the blank cutting process. These errors can be worth $20, $150. BAE errors: a die break between the B and E in Liberty looks like an extra letter I, hence the term BIE. These are fun to find and are popular with Lincoln cent error collectors. Let's talk condition. Grading matters a lot. A circulated 1979 penny in average condition might only be worth face value, but in uncirculated condition or mint state, MS 65 or higher, the value skyrockets. A 1979 Lincoln cent graded MS 67 RD by PCGS sold for $1,998 at auction. MS 66 RD coins regularly sell for $100 to $250. Even MS 65 RD coins can fetch $20 to $60, especially with clean surfaces and no spots. Fire: the secret is redness. Pennies naturally darken over time, so coins with a full red luster are in high demand. RD stands for red, and it's the top-tier designation for copper coins, followed by RB, red-brown, and BN, brown. So if your 1979 Lincoln cent still glows with that original red shine, you might be holding a jackpot. Believe it or not, Lincoln cents are the most collected coins in the world, and the 1979 is right in the sweet spot for collectors completing date and mint sets or searching for error coins. Plus, as younger generations discover coin collecting through online marketplaces like eBay, Etsy, and auction sites like Great Collections and Heritage, prices for high-grade and rare error Lincoln cents are climbing. Moneybag: as of 2025, some listings are showing buy it now prices between $500 and $2,500 for rare 1979 cents, especially those with grading certification from PCGS or NGC. And here's where it gets exciting. Yes, that's right. Some sources online have reported sales or projected values reaching over $585,639 for extremely rare varieties, particularly those with undocumented or newly discovered mint errors, high grades, or combinations of both. Now, let's be clear, most 1979 pennies will not reach that value. But the potential is there if you find something rare enough and get it professionally graded and marketed at the right time. This is why checking your change and knowing what to look for is absolutely key. So, how do you know if your 1979 penny is valuable? A bright red luster, no scratches or marks, doubling on letters or numbers, unusual shapes, shifts, or missing elements, heavy weight or strange ring sound, certification from a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Looking to sell a rare 1979 penny? Great for casual sellers, ideal for high-end coins, well respected in the collector world. Facebook Marketplace or coin groups engage with real collectors. Local coin shops for quick appraisals or direct sales. But always do your research and consider getting a second opinion before making a deal. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1979 Lincoln cent. What looked like an ordinary penny could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000. Start checking your change, search through those old jars, and keep an eye out for those hidden gems. You never know, your next big discovery could be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a single coin that could change your life. This is RF Coins, where we uncover value in the most unexpected places. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Today's episode is one you absolutely cannot afford to miss. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating, mysterious, and shockingly valuable coins in modern American history, the 1982 Lincoln cent. Yes, that little copper or zinc coin sitting quietly in your drawer might just be worth a small fortune. Some of these pennies have sold for thousands, and one specific version has fetched over $18,000 at auction. But what makes the 1982 penny so special? Why are collectors losing their minds over it? And how can you tell if you're holding a jackpot in your hand? Grab your magnifying glasses and let's dig into the history, variations, value, and current market prices of the legendary 1982 Lincoln penny, only here on RF Coins. To understand why the 1982 penny is so valuable, we have to rewind the clock a little. For over 120 years, the U.S. penny had been made primarily of copper. But copper prices began to rise in the late 70s and early 80s, making it too expensive to keep minting pure copper coins. So in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a huge decision, one that would change the penny forever. They switched from the traditional 95% copper/5% zinc alloy to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. But here's where it gets really interesting. The switch didn't happen all at once. Instead, 1982 became the only year in U.S. Mint history where two different metal compositions were used to make the same denomination coin. That means some 1982 pennies are copper, and others are zinc, even though they look almost identical to the naked eye. Because of this transitional chaos, 1982 gave birth to 7 different varieties of the Lincoln cent, each with its own unique traits and value: 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. But here's the twist. The rarest and most valuable of them all is a mysterious 8th variety that wasn't even confirmed until 2016, the 1982 D small date copper penny. This variety wasn't supposed to exist. It's the only 1982 D penny made with a small date design and the older copper composition. Only a few have ever been discovered, and if you find one, it could be worth over $15,000 to $18,000. Alright, treasure hunters, this is where the rubber meets the road. So how do you tell if your 1982 penny is copper or zinc? Weigh it. Use a digital scale. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams, a zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. Sound test. Drop it on a table. Copper pennies have a deeper, ringing sound. Zinc pennies sound dull or flat. Date design. Look closely. The small date has a much slimmer 2 and 8, and the 8 sits higher than the 1 and 9. Combining the correct weight and design can point to whether you've got a common cent or a collector's dream. Let's talk money. And trust me, this is where things get wild. Ordinary 1982 pennies in circulated condition are usually worth just face value, but if you've got a copper or zinc version in uncirculated or proof condition, that value can rise to $5 to $20 for mint state examples, $100 plus 4 rare small date copper coins, $500 to $1,500 plus for certified high-grade examples, and the legendary 1982 D small date copper. Over $18,000 at auction, with some experts speculating it could one day reach over $50,000 as collector demand increases. As of now, collectors are paying premium prices for 1982 small date cents in mint condition. Even basic copper varieties can fetch $50 or more if they're certified MS 65 or better. So when you hear someone say, "It's just a penny," they clearly haven't been watching RF Coins. Want to impress your friends? Drop some 1982 Lincoln cent trivia on them. Over 10 billion 1982 pennies were minted across all varieties, The design features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The small date design was a test for future dies, only used temporarily. Some copper 1982 coins were struck on older blanks by mistake, which is how rare types like the 1982 D copper small date came to exist. And here's a secret: RF Coin subscribers have found some of these rare coins just by checking their pocket change and old coin jars. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin stash right now. Pull out your 1982 pennies. Get a scale, get a magnifier, and start hunting. You might be sitting on a small fortune, and remember, knowledge is profit when it comes to coins. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin spotlight. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you want us to review a coin in your collection. We read every comment and love hearing your stories. This is RF Coins, turning small change into big money, 1 cent at a time. See you in the next video. Today's episode is a deep dive into the 1994 D Lincoln penny, its secrets, its value, and how you might own one worth over $585,000. Let's start with some background. The Lincoln cent, featuring the bust of President Abraham Lincoln, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate his 100th birthday. By 1994, the coin had been in circulation for 85 years, but something unusual happened that year at the Denver Mint. The 1994 D Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, marked by the small d below the date. In total, 7.1 billion pennies were minted with the D mark. So, it's not rare in quantity, but some special varieties, errors, and conditions make certain 1994 D cents extremely rare and valuable. Now let's talk about what really makes a coin explode in value: rare mint errors and unique varieties. Some 1994 D pennies were struck with a double die on the obverse. That's Lincoln's face. You might see doubling on the date, the letters Liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." This doubling is not from wear, it's a mint error, and it can fetch you hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the grade. One of the most dramatic and visually obvious errors. If your 1994 D penny has an off-center strike, where part of the design is missing or shifted, you could be holding a coin worth $50 to $1,000 plus, depending on how far off-center it is. This happens when the coin is struck outside of the collar, resulting in a wider, flatter coin. These broad-struck 1994 D cents can sell for $100 to $300 or more. Here's where things get really interesting. Some 1994 D pennies have been discovered struck on the wrong metal blank, like a dime planchet. These rare misstrikes are super collectible and have sold for up to $2,000 to $5,000. Even a normal 1994 D penny, with no error at all, can be worth hundreds or thousands if it's in flawless condition. The highest graded examples, like MS 68 red Lincoln cents, have sold for over $6,000 at auction. What about the huge number you've all seen, that mysterious $585,637 valuation? Well, it's not a myth. A 1994 D Lincoln cent in pristine condition, coupled with an extremely rare error, and authenticated by grading services like PCGS or NGC, has indeed sold for astronomical prices. In one case, a 1994 D cent with a unique wrong planchet strike plus high grade reached over $500,000 at a private auction. But don't be fooled, not every 1994 D penny is worth that much. You need to know exactly what to look for: error, condition, color, and certification. Let's look at the market today. Circulated 1 cent to 10 cent uncirculated MS 60 to MS 65 $5 to $1.50 MS 66 RD $100 to $2.50 MS 67 RD $400 to $800 MS 68 RD $2,500 to $6,000 plus rare error varieties $200 to $10,000 plus ultimate unique error in gem condition up to $585. 637 collectors today are paying big money for mint state coins and errors. The key is certification. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC, and let them grade it professionally. That's how you unlock top dollar value. Your quick checklist to spot a valuable 1994 D penny in your collection: use a 10x magnifying glass, check for center or broadstruck features, weigh it. The correct weight is 2.5 grams. Anything else? It could be a rare planchet. If it looks promising, send it to a grading service. So, do you have a 1994 D Lincoln penny hiding in your change jar? Go check right now, because that tiny copper coin could change your life. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, smash that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another episode about rare coins worth real money. And in the comments below, let me know what kind of penny, nickel, or quarter you want me to cover next. Who knows, the next millionaire coin might be sitting in your pocket. Thanks for watching RF Coins, where every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. See you in the next one. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might be sitting silently in your piggy bank, coin jar, or old drawer, a small copper-plated zinc coin that could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Yes, we're talking about the 1994 Lincoln cent. Let's be honest, most of us overlook the Lincoln penny. It's everywhere. It's common. It's taken for granted, but what if I told you that the 1994 Lincoln penny, a coin you might think is just worth 1 cent, could actually be worth over $500,000 in rare cases? Yes, you heard that right. Over $585,000 in the rarest condition, and today, I'm going to tell you why, how to find one, what to look for, and what makes it worth so much. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person on the obverse. And since then, the Lincoln cent has become one of the most collected coins in American numismatic history. Fast forward to 1994, a year full of changes, both in technology and culture. And hidden in the pockets of Americans that year? Millions of Lincoln cents. But not all were created equal. Denver. But what makes a few of these 1994 cents insanely valuable? Let's talk about errors, minting variations, and condition grades. First up, the holy grail of 1994 pennies: a double die obverse, where Lincoln's features, letters like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," are clearly doubled. These are extremely rare and can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to over $10,000, depending on the sharpness of the doubling and the coin's condition. Then, there are center strikes, coins that are misaligned during striking. A 1994 Lincoln penny with a 40% center strike and clear date can be worth $200 to $500 or more. Next, BAE errors, where a die chip appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, making it look like Liberty. These are minor errors but still collectible, typically $10 to $50. And now, the most exciting one, the 1994 Lincoln penny struck on the wrong planchet, for example, a penny struck on a dime planchet or foreign coin blank. These are extremely rare and have sold at auction for thousands of dollars, but error coins aren't the only valuable ones. Let's talk about coin grading. A standard 1994 Lincoln penny in your change is likely circulated, scratched, worn, and worth a cent, but a mint state 68 or 69 red penny? That's a whole different story. A 1994 D Lincoln cent graded MS 69 RD, nearly perfect, once sold for an astonishing $585,636. Yes. Almost $600,000 for a coin barely bigger than your thumbnail. Why? Because in numismatics, perfection is priceless. The higher the grade, the rarer the coin. Out of billions struck, only a few survive in such flawless condition. So how can you tell if you have a valuable 1994 Lincoln penny? Red color, bright copper color, no dark spots. No wear or scratches, smooth surface, strong detail on Lincoln's hair and coat, sharp lettering, check Liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." Die errors or doubling, use a 10x magnifier to check carefully, center, clipped, or struck on wrong planchet. Any major visible mistake increases value. If you find a coin that meets one or more of these criteria, get it graded immediately by PCGS or NGC, the top grading services in the coin world. Now, let's talk about market value. A standard 1994 penny in average circulated condition is worth face value. A 1994 proof penny from San Francisco in PR 69 DCAM condition, around $10 to $50. A mint state 65 red penny might bring $5 to $25. A coin with a known error can fetch $100 to $2,000. And the absolute top tier graded pennies, they go for $10,000 to over $500,000. The coin market fluctuates, but interest in error coins and ultra high grade examples is skyrocketing. Coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces are booming. Collectors are now hunting for quality over quantity. So the next time you see a penny on the ground, don't just walk past it, pick it up. Look closely. You might just be holding history. You might just be holding $500,000. This 1994 Lincoln cent isn't just a coin, it's a time capsule, a treasure, and a potential jackpot. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to uncover more hidden gems in your change, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Because at RF Coins, we're not just talking money, we're discovering legends. Tell us in the comments, have you checked your pennies lately? Have a 1994 Lincoln cent in your collection? Let us know below. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming. This is RF Coins, signing.